Wanna come over for tea? Huh? Toodaloo. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo! One client, two clients, three clients. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy.
Меня слышно? Вроде слышно. Зеркало занимаем.
Jackpot.
Уже 2 лайка. Классно. Спасибо большое.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo!
One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji.
Вроде 60 осталось. Игра не лагает,
So
но
this
ничего
is
не
the
делает.
Omamori Tejima wrote
Просто
about.
это странно.
But anyway, if that Tejima... The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here.
Что удерживало его
Something that
в
kept
деревне
him in the
все
village
эти
all these
годы?
years? Must be something
Если
pretty
Тедима
amazing
охранял
if it
здесь
made him
уже
stick
30
around for
лет, то
30
это должно
years.
быть что-то
Let's dig it up
необычное.
and take
Давай
a
скорее
look.
раскопаем.
It looks like
Это письмо.
a letter.
Другая совсем пожелтела. Она,
paper's
наверное,
gone
очень
yellow.
старая.
must have... Konda Village. Sounds so familiar.
Если мы
Where is
расстанемся
that place again?
Нет, подожди меня в деревне Конда, там будет для нас безопасный дом. Деревня, знакомое название, это где?
Huh.
А это...
So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Well,
так стремилась
let's go
на
give
это?
Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Well, I'll be... Still, over the years, how could I have forgotten love, regret? No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. I think, although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her? When I think about it like that, how curious. Why am I thinking like... Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain...
Tejima seems to be dealing okay. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, that certainly explains the state Tejima... At least we were able to... According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
Toodaloo. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo! Toodaloo. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo! Wanna come over for tea? Toodaloo.
Leave the future to future generations.
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo.
Don't be scared.
Gee! Ay-ya-ya! Ha! Time to go! Ha! No, my sword!
Look, the night is cold. They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one.
The entire clan is count. How many times?
You dare deceive?
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We heard the commotion and...
I see. This is Kurosawa. He's in the past. He's keeping the provisions for himself.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a... It's no wonder all...
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. No, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth. But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
One client, 2 clients, 3 clients.
Don't worry. Hatsuko will be
She's still okay.
Toodaloo.
Ладно, давайте дальше.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson.
another test subject. Fry, you're open.
My guiding stars. Stars, shine for me.
Rain cutter.
I got killed.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding?
Да, ты
That
один
place
из
was a
первых
complete
зрителей.
mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal! Now show us what's in the box!
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them too! And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of more, I hear. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again!
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of
Давай
here.
я на тебя подпишусь. Пролайкайте видео. Вроде классный канал делаешь. Развивай его дальше.
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe. Go!
Один человек в чате, интересно кто. Кстати, я хотел спросить, меня слышно у микрофона или нет? Надо, наверное... Слышно или нет? По-моему, да. Уже 22 минуты идет мой эфир. Классно.
Please speak to President Song.
Everything is going smoothly, just as I planned.
The new book from the publishing house is out. Come take a look. Surely people are interested in what happens to discover their ability to stop time here. The new book from the publishing house.
Oh,
Come take a look.
wow! Where did that come from?
Abilities to the characters.
Open this door for reasons.
Так, нужно проверить, нормально ли... Слышно нормально? Не, немного так. Так, нормально? Нормально? Да, вот.
No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come
Такой
on,
нормально.
let's go.
Такой нормально. Да, все.
Adventure time.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about?
Алло, что, Настя?
Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them. Kurosawa thought that, so he deemed it.
Wow. And no one ever.
People's attitudes. If you ask me, had Kurosawa. Of course. As for what, if you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself? I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for.
Настя, меня слышно в микро или вообще нет?
But before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
We didn't buy anything.
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions
А
are coming
теперь
from.
слышно?
Plus, we found out that Kurosawa. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
Сейчас, подожди, я посмотрю. Сейчас я поменяю здесь. А теперь меня слышно?
Team, assemble!
You can find everything and anything in Tsukumomono Groceries.
Or not.
А теперь слышно или нет? Да я не могу понять.
Good things come to those who don't. Out of the way!
You can find everything and anything in Tsukumomono
Слышно,
Groceries.
слышно или нет? Я сейчас так всех зрителей. Хотя у меня один зритель, как я их распугаю.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again?
Error.
Oh, you restaurant?
Benny's.
That place isn't even worth it.
Понятно. Модератор куда-то ушел.
Don't worry. Hachiko will be fine.
Atsuko. She's still okay.
What?
I presented them with a choice. It turned out to be a real time. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that...
Strange. Is that really I don't really have any such recollection. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for every... But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword, this sword was one... I remember one... What did he say? It would seem that I forgot all I can remember now is my... And said to me...
Hey! If you look carefully, there seems to... Can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those two words seemed taking on seemingly endless depth. But what use of virtue? The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperate. And the irony of all of it is, I'm incapable of being a...
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's In any case, we must never let him sell off... Yeah. Fortunately for us, let's go find the...
Let's go find some treasure.
Так.
The third person who had their... Paimon heard that this is his dojo.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo...
Maybe, but things have gotten dangerous.
It's just because he's...
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassed. Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret...
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. But then we got here and
Please. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Since I see your... Sensei's name is... Though self-taught. He once said that... And so, even while training us... But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's been possessed by an evil spirit. So we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
Benny's Adventure Chip.
Сейчас вообще зрителей нету.
Benny's adventure.
Кто-то все-таки увидит. Что я играю? Жалко, конечно. Только один зритель. И то это я. С другого аккаунта смотрю. Так скучно. Так, все вроде.
Shh. So you decided to come. Just now, when she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's, his senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago, and he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them.
Интересно. Давайте 83 подписчика. Людей больше нет.
Ow!
Жалко.
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up.
Я один. Это грустно.
Adventure time!
Интересно. Надеюсь, зайдет на следующий.
Suspicious person sighted! That's gotta be him!
Я надеюсь, меня слышно. Жалко. Зрителей вообще нет. Здесь вообще 0 зрителей.
How did you catch up with me
0 зрителей,
so
да?
quickly?
0?
Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First, And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister!
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day, long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
Наверное, Counter-Strike 2 можно будет.
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai. Yes, that's me.
Потом Ark Survival Evolved. И потом еще что-то.
Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same swordmaster. I had begun practitioners of Meikyoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all legend. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception. But Domon was different. The first thing he did was straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Meikyoshi Sui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations from me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Meikyoshi Sui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Кто сможет? Сможете зайти? Сейчас покажу. Смотрите, вот у меня вот этот. Название играю в геншин. Кто, пожалуйста, сможет, пожалуйста. Просто очень. У меня просмотров 0.
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not.
Привет, Акбар Али. Привет, Миша Бархан, Наташа,
Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me. Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not.
Всем привет. Сейчас мы будем играть в геншин. Видно?
Oh, ow! Where did that come from? No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go!
Если что, стримы и ютубе называются «Играю в геншин».
What? You're saying does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how?
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty. And all is certainly not lost, for I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yai does not like to be kept waiting. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
Привет, Зая из рая. Кто еще там есть? Привет, Какиш.
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
Кто сможет, пожалуйста.
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not.
Привет, ДП. Сюда. Привет, Какиш. Привет, мам.